See, you just buff it out, and you never know what the blaster's going to turn into, right? Anyways, guys, this is Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out. We got, of course, the Adventure Force here at ThunderShot. Now, there's been a pretty big controversy over this particular blaster, and we've had this particular blaster for probably like 3 months, ever since the whole controversy started. I'm not going to really hash over it and go over it, but I will touch on the bigger topics. Basically, what happened is Busby sent a lot of these blasters out to some of their influencers, and they sent a little bit of a different one that you would see on the shelves. So people who were getting some of these were like, hey, these don't work like the ones that you recommended, and vice versa. Then after all this, stuff going back and forth, they ended up pulling and redoing the mechanism that was kind of faulty in the first place and produced a better blaster now that is on the shelves. Now, you might find one or might have had one like me that still has the issues, but the ones that I've seen on the shelves currently at my Walmart don't have the issue. And here's the quick way to tell. Is if you just go like this in the package, pull that little prime back, and you see the actual trigger move, then you know you have the old style, which was kind of the frail style, tended to break a little bit, but also had issues with FPS. And that's exactly what happened with mine here. And we're going to go over that. But I just want to talk about this blaster with, kind of what it's all about and kind of what it should be with the ones that you guys are probably getting nowadays. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys get in on the giveaway here. I mean, we're giving away a freaking Dart Zone MK3. I mean, that is the biggest giveaway that we have done, hands down. It rocks. It is ready to go. And I think we're giving about 30 days, or maybe, a little bit less, depending on when you guys watch this. So anyways, let's just hop right in and check this thing out. Let's look at the box. So if you look at the box, it's the kind of the classic, the Adventure Force line that you would see at Walmart, right? Kind of open box, and that's how you can check it. Just make sure, just pull on that trigger. And if the trigger moves, you know that you got the old style. So try it on each of them to make sure that you grab one that is the newer style or has the newer components on the inside. But this style blaster, I mean, I had high hopes for this thing. When we were contacted by Busby, we kind of got the pick. They were like, hey, here's our new line. Which ones do you want to review? And we actually didn't pick this because I already bought it, right? And so we didn't get around to it because I saw everybody else kind of complain about it. But still, I think the kind of the layout of this blaster and kind of the ergonomics, I mean, make it something that I think is a cool type blaster. It is very moddable. Just looking at those huge chunky parts on there, I mean, this is something you could mod up a storm. And that's what we plan to do if we have time. Yes, there is a bunch of 3D printed stuff that you can print for this to kind of make it look a little bit better, as well as perform a little bit better. Things like this. This right here, I'll even throw it up. You guys can see we got this on Thingiverse. It's kind of a new front that we haven't even thrown on yet because we're probably going to go buy the new updated one. And then, of course, an extended, which I thought was cool, kind of an extended prime. And that's, I think, typically what most people will want. So check that out. So you can kind of reach up there a little bit better. Now, just looking at this blaster, again, it looks great. The grip is nice and kind of like a big chunky grip. I think some people might complain that it's maybe a little too chunky when it comes to the grips. It is a little hard to reach that thumb kind of rocker back. I mean, look at that. I mean, I can't even do it, and I got large adult hands. I can't even reach back there and do that. But with the extended kind of thumb grips here, yes, these will make it so that you can reach and do it. But still, I think most people will do this like with two hands, right? But it would be nice if you could reach up there and do it comfortably. Again, I got large hands, and look at that. I mean, I could reach up there, but man, it's kind of way uncomfortable on the wrist. Now, one of the biggest things that happened with mine is not only did I have kind of the frail issue here, is the actual cylinder itself. You could see that. It kind of rocks back and forth. And when the cylinder is in the forward position, the air seal is not really that great. So I'm literally shooting like 30 FPS, maybe 20. But if I hold the cylinder back and press it up against that air seal, then I'm shooting right around about 63 to 65, which is the standard you would see for this particular blaster. So I'm not going to do a shooting video outside for this because really I would have to shoot it and then hold it, shoot it and then hold it. But we are getting about 69 FPS. We will probably do an updated video when we go purchase the upgraded one, or the one that's has the newer stuff in it. And we'll go ahead and throw on our 3D printed kit here that we got again off Thingiverse. Now, this is an 8-cylinder drum, which I think is kind of nice. I think just by looking at it, for sure, someone's going to print a little drum or make a drum for this thing that is going to do short darts, maybe kind of chop the front of this down a little bit and then do a better extended around the back. I did see there was a grip for this also, but I I didn't like the grip on how it was. It was too kind of weird for me. But I think that the grips are something that just in my head, I'm like, yeah, I could definitely make a smaller, thinner grip and an extended, better extended cocking mechanism than the ones there. But, I mean, overall, guys, I just wanted to do a quick video on this because it is something that's been out for a while. There's huge controversy over it. And some of these blasters, the ones that have the old mechanism and the issues with it, still are out there just like mine. And a lot of people like that hammer prime action. It's just kind of the classic stuff, you know. But, yeah, I mean, that is my 2 cents, guys. I didn't want to go too deep into this, but I just wanted to kind of talk about it and kind of some of the issues that we've seen. And then hopefully down the road, yeah, once we get our other one, we'll throw some of this 3D printed stuff on here, and we'll really see how this thing performs, whether or not we will make something for it or not. I'm kind of on the fence. If you guys want us to make something for this thing, definitely leave it on the comments below. But that is my 2 cents, guys. If you could pick up the upgraded one, yes, it's definitely worth it. But just make sure you guys check. Make sure you check that the trigger does not move when you guys pull that back like that. If it's like that, it's the old style. And, yeah, I mean, that's all I got. Anyways, definitely get on these giveaways, guys. I want you guys to win that stuff. Thanks again, Fox fans.